earlier when you peeked out, like
Mm.
oh god. Okay,
When
so
I swing?
yeah, when you swung to peak ramp like out here, you put yourself in a spot where you could have been shot from like three different positions. The play probably would have been just to stay back here and just keep holding this angle. When you peeked out here, you got a little lucky there because like there was like two players here as well as one here and they just missed you.
Mm.
But
Yeah.
it's safer to just hold the angle, especially because you can see them crossing into the site. I know you were trying to
Yeah.
help your teammate there, but
Yeah, that's
you you
risky.
you could have done the same exact thing just from like staying back here. You can still hold this angle from being back here, but instead you moved up here, but you're still
Mm.
holding the same angle. It's just safer to be back here because when you're back here, you can't get shot from this area. You have to think about when you move around the map, you have to like put yourself in positions where you're exposed to the least amount of angles possible, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I think it was quite ballsy as well.
You say you want to play retake B. I would say if you're gonna play, if you're especially if you're soloing a site, you should try to play a little bit farther back because if they go up the stairs and they get a lucky shot on you, then they get the site for free.
Yeah. So where do you think I should play in this case? Like behind
Um,
the green?
so when you're soloing on B, the best places for you to play are either like around here behind triple on the site, or maybe behind generator.
Yeah, generally okay.
You could even play back here. Similar to over here, there's a certain Molotov lineup that you could throw to bounce off the wall and land onto the site. I don't remember it off the top of my head, but like that's another position you can play just because you can throw really good retake nades onto the normal plant spots. But yeah, if you play like up here when you are soloing it and they kill you,
Mm.
then they get all of this control for free.
Yeah. Yeah, if the
And
guy thinks to advance, yeah, I know. Okay.
yeah. So I like what you did in the beginning of the round, or like when they started to push. When you made contact with them, you smoked off the stairs and you played behind it. That was good. But once the smoke started to fade, you started pushing up and trying to go for the kill, which you didn't need to do because the bomb was down. When you like when the smoke fades and you push up and you try to go for this kill, you are giving them a chance to win the round, basically. If you look at the clock, there's not that much time left. At that point, you should just be falling back to like here, and you should just force them to plant the bomb. When you peek them down here, you give them a chance to win the round, which you should never do.
Yeah, I was greedy.
Yeah, I mean, everyone gets greedy, but everyone just needs to be reminded that, to play the objective sometimes. The only thing that I would have done differently, like I think you played that fine. I think after you get that second kill though, you just
Mm.
stay here and hide, or I think you were in one of these two spots. I don't remember which one, but you just basically you hide and you buy time for your teammates to come help you, especially because you had a guy right here. When this guy comes up to push you, he can't get to you because your teammate is watching that angle. So like
Yeah, yeah.
once you get like even maybe even when you get that first kill, you hide, and then when they try to chase you, then your teammate catches them off guard, and then once your teammate makes contact, and now they're fighting your teammate, then you peek
I
out
repeat.
again. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Just baiting and switching like that. But I think you played that fine. Your positioning was good for the most part. You just need to think about playing off of your teammate a bit more.
Mm.
In terms of like entry pathing, so like the path that you take when you enter the site, generally on Vertigo you want to like, if you can, go up this way because the reason you want to go up this way is because all of the common angles like here and here and here, like when you go up this way, you can only really get shot from these angles like one at a time. When you just run straight to the site, you give you basically give a shot to like all of these players here. And also another reason you want to come out this way is because you're farther away from the walls here, so it's more likely that you'll see your opponent first. If you think about how like when you're closer to the wall, they see you first. So like
Mm.
when you distance yourself and you go the long way, you can probably see them before they can see you as well.
Yeah.
So it's like when you're coming out B, if you can, always try to come out like the far side here.
Yeah. Okay. I will remember that.
This is a quick side note. If you're gonna go A like this and you're gonna try to go quietly, one thing you should do is there is a really good smoke that you can throw here from T spawn, and it lands right here, and it basically prevents anyone from coming here and peeking you.
Oh, it's the secret side. Okay.
Yeah. When you're in a situation like that and you don't know where they are, peek each individual like little angle at a time. So like you just want to like stutter step a little bit and then like check this angle and then stutter step a little bit and then check this angle, you know,
Yeah.
making sure
Yeah. I
you
know.
clear
Okay.
everything out. Okay.
I missed my timing.
Your team is still taking this, like your team hasn't even taken the site yet and you're like way
Yeah.
back there holding the flank. Like holding the flank is good, but you should try to prioritize taking the site with your team first and then you can hold for the flank.
That's true. I was blamed by my teammates for this one because I kinda let them 2-on-3 on this side. So I understand.
If you were there to help your teammates take the site, maybe it's a 3v2 and then you can still kill the flanker. But in this situation, he just killed you because
Yeah.
2v1.
I think I'm gonna stay like 1 minute in this position without moving. I don't really know what I should do.
Your team is kind of split 1-2-1 and you have the bomb
Yeah.
in middle. So, well, I guess my recommendation is probably that you just fall off and help your teammates in mid and maybe you do like a mid B split, or your B player falls off and goes ahead and helps your mid and you do a mid to A split. This really just comes down to you having to communicate with your teammates more, like on what they like you have to know what they want to do. Try to like ask them like, what do you guys want to do here? Like, do we want to split mid to A? If we want to split mid to B, let me know so that I can fall back and then help you guys take mid, because you still have 45 seconds left at this point. So you know, things like that. You try to like communicate with your team more. So the first one that is the one for secret. You just get up into this corner here, and then you aim in the middle of like this rectangle, and then you just jump throw. So then let's say I'm just running as if I'm going to take A normally. You see that smoke pops right now, and then when I come up here, this is smoked off. So basically, anyone that is towards here has no information on how we're playing A. But one thing you can do is you take this dot and you take this dot and you line up between them,
Yeah.
and then you jump throw. It lands pretty much where everyone plants the bomb.
Okay.
Some pro teams will play retake A on pistol round, and then they'll just throw this nade, because that lands right
Okay.
on where they plant. Yeah, that molly's off pretty much the whole site. So here, I'll stand still so you can screenshot that if you want.
Yeah.